Well, hello there, Leo. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are going to be celebrating this brand new year by doing your 2024 general tarot reading. So we'll take a look first at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot to take a look at the energies for each of the 4 quarters of the year, any obstacles that might be on your path, and then, of course, advice from Spirit. So, and if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's see what the year ahead has. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for you. You have Rainbow Blessings, one of the best cards. Blessings are showering your life. I love that. Let's see, it's having a hard time focusing there, and maybe if you had a hard time focusing lately, Leo, and that could be part of it, is that out of this year you are gaining the clarity of the focus, right? It's kind of interesting because the rainbow is there, but one of the things that we always say about rainbows is that you have to have the rain before you can have the rainbow. You could have had 2023, could have been a year of like rain, okay? And I'm not saying that necessarily bad things happened, but 2023, the energies were very difficult. It was a 7-year with the Chariot. And so it was kind of very chaotic. In fact, I feel like I'm even talking chaotically right now. And I think that that's what it is. It's kind of like you're seeing the crystal clearness of where it is that you want to go. That's one of the blessings that you may be receiving this year. And then you have the number 53, Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. Okay. Now, it's kind of interesting. I don't normally get this energy with this card, but it is, they're saying it to me in a different tone. They're saying, you just watch and wait. It's kind of like, I don't believe. It's kind of like you may be sitting there going, I don't believe it. After 2023, there's just no way. And it's almost like Spirit is saying, well, just watch and wait, Leo. Just watch and wait. I also want to point out it is 5 plus 3 equals 8. And this is an 8 year. So 2024, if you take the numbers and add them up, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4 equals 8. And an 8 year is the strength card in tarot. Okay. And, when we first hear that, it's like, I don't want to have any more strength because of what 2023, the chaos of 2023 brought for many of us. Okay. So it's not that. The strength card is really having grace. Okay. And allowing ourselves grace of kind of watching and waiting. If you think about it, it is the little girl is cuddling with the lion in the tarot card, right? The lion could easily, eat the little girl, but she has the grace, right? That inner strength. It's not about outward force. It's about that strong inner strength that we have. And I feel like maybe 2023 did help us to build our strength within us, our courage, our perseverance, our strength, our resilience. So let's take a look at what the 4 quarters have in store for you. But I love this. You are really already starting out with a great, look at this. You have the healing light and success, happy success. You also have the family card, the happy family, creative endeavor, great gratitude. Wow, this is just a beautiful energy. True love. For a lot of you, you may be going through a huge transformation, okay? After a difficult year, because you have the never-ending story. This is kind of like you think things are just going to keep happening the same way over and over again. That's why I think I got that message. It was kind of like, you may have been saying, yeah, I won't believe it until I see it, right? And your guides are saying, just watch and wait. Just watch and wait. It's a little bit of energy of having faith, of believing that, wow, that things can be different. That was different. That things can be different this year for you. that they don't have to be the same as 2023, that you can have a fresh start, you know? So let's see where this is going. Yes. Okay, look at this. Judgment. And then you have the Hanged Man. Okay, you're going to gain a different perspective of something that ended very difficulty, with a lot of difficulty this last year. There's something about seeing it from a different perspective and judging, choosing the way that you want to proceed. Okay, so there's some difficult ending. So you had perhaps a job that suddenly ended in a very disappointing way, a business that maybe failed, okay, a relationship that ended very dramatically, right? And you've been seeing this from one perspective, the perspective of pain, okay, of what was difficult about it. Suddenly, I think this year, okay, you're getting that clarity. Once again, that sense of clarity about how that ending really is bringing in new blessings onto your life, okay? And at this time, okay, you may not recognize how that ending is helping you to move into something that is much more, okay, in alignment with what it is that you want. You may have felt like that was what you really and truly wanted, but it no longer was in alignment with where you are going because you have the transformation card, okay? That needed to end so that you could go in a new direction. Now with the Judgment card, here's the key, Leo, okay, is that you get to decide if you really do want to see the silver linings, the blessings of this ending, okay, or this situation. You get to decide if you are open enough to see this from a different perspective or not. This is a little bit of a life lesson. And so I can see the year kind of going differently depending on the perception that you want to take as you move forward. Now here's the thing. Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. It moves into Aquarius on January 21st, and it'll stay there until about September. It does a little wobble back into Capricorn, but then it goes direct into Aquarius for the next 20 years. What we have been dealing with this last year, and that's one of the reasons why the energies have been so difficult, is that Pluto is bringing up, triggering within us some feelings, emotions that we have around what we value, who we are, how we value ourselves, the things that we own, the kind of job that we have, the tangible things in life. Aquarius is so much more expansive. So it's almost like Spirit is coming in and saying, if you think that you're going to continue to have more of what you've had since 2008, it's your opportunity right now to start to see things in a more expansive way. Because if you continue to look at the pain or the negativity of something, you're missing out on this opportunity to experience all of this, right? And it really is a mindset change. And I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for all of us because we've had ingrained within us since 2008 that our job, our career, how much we have and own, and the quality of what we have and own is very important. And now it's more of how we experience life, or what we have to offer to other people, our sense of service, of fulfillment, of enjoyment, of love. That is going to become more important. So let's see where this goes. Let's take a look at the first quarter. Yes, and it's so interesting because Sagittarius had this very same card in the same position. This energy for the last 15 years has been very difficult for the fire signs, okay? So I'm not surprised that you and Sag have the same card, because that Capricorn energy has made you feel like you're trapped, you're confined. You have to follow the rules of society or your family or your religion or your government, that there's only one way to do things. But that is not a way that has been in alignment with what your soul desires. And so now we're starting to recognize the whole time that cage has been open, we could have truly believed what is more in alignment with what we want, right? And allowed ourselves to get out of the cage. But for some reason, we decided to stay in the cage. We decided to follow the rules. We decided that we were going to toe the line, if you will, right? It's kind of like that energy. And now I feel like you feel like you've been wearing a mask your whole life. For some of you, I would think that you may truly enjoy like a vacation or almost like a sabbatical after January 21st, okay? An opportunity to kind of like reconnect with what it is that you truly want for yourself. I don't think that the first quarter is a quarter to really make a lot of big changes in your life. It's almost kind of like you have to watch and wait and kind of like allow your energies to change from the Capricorn to the Aquarius energy. Watch and wait. And because of that, right, it's kind of like don't rush into the new year making a lot of big changes, okay, because your mindset is not yet there. And I think you're one of the signs that may have to really and truly wait until after that. Yeah, you're going to have an opportunity come onto your path in order to help you do this healing. Both of these are about healing. You know, this could be a job, okay? Watching and waiting for that job to come in that is going to take you away from feeling confined, not appreciated, right? Where you, or in a toxic environment, something that's not in alignment with what you really want. Or it could be an opportunity to change careers. It could be an opportunity to not have to go to the office, but be able to work remotely so that you can travel more. There's something here that is going to come in on your path, but I feel as if some of you may be feeling, I am in charge of my life. I'm going to make some changes. Spirit is asking you to just kind of like watch and wait the first quarter. Don't make any major changes. It's a good time to kind of like really get with your feelings. What is it that you desire, as knowing logically that the energies are going to change? What is it you would like to have as you move further into 2024? There's some burdens that you're having to drop. And sometimes that takes, you have a burden of feeling like you have to be responsible, reliable. And of course we do in order to pay our bills or whatever that may mean, right? But there is a sense of not being held back anymore by those feelings, those Capricornian energies. Feeling like you have to do what you do. I think there's something here about recognizing that what you do does not have to please other people. What you do is, on a daily basis, not just in your career, but the way that you live your life has to please you. It can't just be to please other people. Really profound kind of thinking. So let's see where this goes, because I think for some of you, it's almost like you're sitting. Look she's sitting, right? She's like, I don't want any more of the same. So it's kind of like judging, taking some time, right? A judge doesn't just like sit and make a decision like that. Most judges will remove themselves from the courthouse or the courtroom after they've gotten all the information, right? They may go do some research on previous cases that are similar to it, right? They may even call up other judges and ask questions about the law or whatever it is, right? They take their time, they deliberate. And I think that's what you're being asked to do in this first quarter. You know you want to make some changes. I think you really and truly do. I feel like you're kind of like, I don't want more of the same. 2024 cannot be like 2023, right? But it's also about, okay, what is it that I really and truly want? Right? And also taking a little bit of time to see the blessings of things that have not worked out for you. If it hasn't worked out, asking yourself, what was the gift? What was the silver lining of that situation or relationship when I was in it? And what could be the gift or the silver lining now that I'm either not in it or I'm getting ready to leave it, right? Yeah, beautiful energy of just allowing yourself to kind of like stay in place. No big changes in that first quarter. Okay, so let's go to the second quarter. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, I feel like you're a little bit sad. You're looking at the things that you maybe have lost in the past, or you're afraid you will lose if you make a big change, right? You're kind of like reassessing, judging again, right? But it's about changing your mindset and not focusing on what you're losing, but focusing on what you still have, the direction that you want to go. And look at this in the second quarter. Something is coming in that's divinely guided, that helps you to see, to turn your focus on what you have lost or what hasn't worked out for you in the past towards what is possible for you. I love that energy because you do have this energy of finding more balance, of finding love, of finding success, right? But it's also about recognizing that you have been confined to this cage of thinking for so long. We can't just flip the switch. I think it's so funny. I feel so fumbly here. The cards, I just feel like sometimes I'm talking over myself or something. I think that is still kind of like your energy from 2023, that chariot energy of just of feeling unsure of yourself, of feeling like, you pick up the cards and they all fall, like you can't walk and chew gum at the same time. And it really has wrecked a little bit of your confidence. Understanding your confidence is coming back. It's about allowing yourself to step into that energy of not making any big changes at first. It's kind of like, let me regroup. Let me go back to my heart. What is it that I really want? Because you have been living in a world, if you're resonating with this, you've been living in a world trying to appease other people. And now all of a sudden you're realizing, wow, okay, what is it that I want? Because that didn't work, right? Something ended. Whether it was a job or relationship. Following the rules, those Capricornian rules. You followed the rules, but the rules didn't get you the success that you wanted. Instead, you got some difficult ending. So it's kind of like, okay, those rules did not work. So now I get to judge. I get to sit and think about what it is that I want and what rules will help me to get where it is that I want. Yeah, that is kind of... Oh, and then guess what? You make progress, and we have the chariot coming in. Those seeds that maybe you planted in 2023 that you thought weren't going to pay off, I think they start paying off. You have the divine timing, right? Things that you thought, okay, were not going to come to fruition are now you're starting to see they are coming to fruition. Doesn't mean that you still don't have that difficult ending or something, but you're starting to see the blessings, the little seeds that you had to plant after something ended, something, very disappointing occurred. Then you started planting seeds, but they didn't sprout right away. You needed Pluto to go into Aquarius, right? You needed the sun to come out. You needed a little rain. Look at that. You needed a little rain. You needed a little rain and a little sun and a little time to germinate. And that is exactly what the first half of the year is. It's kind of like planting those little seeds, but also having patience, that inner strength, right? It's an 8-year, that strength card, that inner strength to have patience, to allow things to grow, right? Instead of forcing things. It's kind of like watch and wait. You plant the seed, you water it, you make sure it gets sunlight, but then you let it do its thing. You don't dig it up every day and look at it and say, oh, well, is it growing yet? You have to leave it in the ground, right? You can talk to it. You can pat the ground very gently, right? You can water it appropriately. You can make sure it gets sunshine, but you really can't force the seed to grow. That is part of the divine. That is part of the divine. And that is what you're starting to recognize. Wow, beautiful energy. All right, so things are turning for you. I'm glad to see that. And then let's go to the third quarter. So this is July, August, and September. And Leo, if this is resonating at all for you, I do personal readings. In fact, I have a special 2024 reading up. So if you're interested at all, I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. The link is in the description box below. All right, so let's take a look at the third quarter. Yes, intuitively, okay, you are in a good place. You're seeing yourself. This is almost kind of like this watch and wait. Very present energy. Not worrying about the past, not worrying about the future. Enjoying. I think the third quarter you're enjoying. You're understanding how when you worried about things and tried to control what was going to happen in the past or control what was happening in the future, right? That you lost a lot of your time, your energy, your true essence of who you are. This is the energy of I'm listening to my intuition. I'm taking my time. Last year really was chaotic. And a lot of us were making decisions on the fly, right? Things were happening so fast. But this year is a much slower year. An ability to really listen to your intuition, to say, I'll get back to you on that, right? And then going and getting some quiet time and deciding, is that in alignment with what I really and truly want for myself, or is it not? And then being able to communicate that to whoever is asking the question. Yeah, this is beautiful. Okay. Third quarter, you are really starting to see things pay off for you. You have the Empress, you have the Nine of Wands. It's taken a long time. I would say for some of you, at least 9 years, but maybe the whole 15 years, right? But at least 9 years. But intuitively, you knew that it was going to come in for you. I think 2023 may have put you in this place where you thought, I'm not sure it's going to work out, right? Things were just so chaotic. But now this year, you're seeing that balance come back into your life. You're understanding I can have everything that I want. And this sense of transforming your life, building, okay? The Empress, she builds the life that she really dreams of, okay? Very much divine feminine energy, allowing the universe to bring her things and think instead of feeling like I have to go out there and get it, right? This is a little bit, yeah, I know it's going to come to me. And so I can sit here on my throne and enjoy my life and allow those things that I'm trying to attract in to come to me. Things don't have to happen quite so quickly, right? It's part of what you are learning is that life doesn't have to go at that breakneck speed of the chariot. Things can go slower and we can enjoy life a little bit more. This is all about being, not doing. Okay, so let's see what the fourth quarter has for you. Yeah, look at this. I think some of you are actually moving. Or getting out there, traveling, working remotely. For some of you, opening a new door to what it is that you truly want. This could be something that you've been keeping your eye on for some time, or kind of thinking about. It could be a home that you've been thinking about. It could be a country that you have been wanting to visit or move to that you've been looking at on the internet. There's this sense of, I want something different. And the reason I keep coming back to home is because you have the Four of Pentacles. I think for some of you, with this Aquarius energy, it's much more expansive. I think for some of you, you may be thinking about making a big move, like a physical move, or at least some type of an emotional move, removing yourself from things that have occurred in the past and really literally opening new doors for yourself and going in a new direction. But once again, I think this is something that's kind of like been in the back of your mind for some time. You just haven't had the ability to do it because things just weren't working out, right? The energies were just difficult. And now all of a sudden you have your flow back. You're back into your Empress energy. You're feeling more like yourself, right? Much lighter. And now you can move forward. Yeah, things that you were thinking about, things that you were waiting on. Look at this. Getting the good news. Decisions that you have been wanting to make, but needing good news, okay? Maybe it's you're putting your resume out there for a remote job, or you're wanting to create your own business, but you need to hear back from an employer, or you need to hear back from the bank that they're going to give you this loan, especially maybe if you're trying to buy a new home or move to a new location. But you've been waiting. You've had to wait. Once again, it's this watch and wait, but having patience and having faith. That is the key this year, is knowing that these things that you want are coming your way. Look at this. You end with the 10 of Cups, okay? The rainbow blessings are on their way. But it's not about taking big action. It's really kind of like an internal shift. And that's what the transformation is all about, right? It's that internal shift of ending one mindset, of ending one belief, or a system of beliefs or behaviors that help us to open the doors to new possibilities, new experiences, new relationships, new jobs, new homes, new countries, new trips to take. It's just such a beautiful energy, allowing yourself to get out of the confines of the cage and go towards what it is that you truly want for yourself. Wow, Leo. Yeah, I don't feel like it's a year of having to take big action. It's really about connecting more to your intuition and working with, your spirit guides and angels in order to manifest what it is that you truly want. For some of you, you may be frustrated by that. After all of this Capricorn energy, you might be like, but no, I want the checklist of what I have to do in order to bring it in. This is really just kind of like getting back into your heart space, being grateful for what you have and being grateful for what you know is about to come onto your path, right? And then not having any expectations of when exactly it's going to happen or what it's going to look like. It's kind of like just having that deep knowing. I know it's coming, so I don't have to worry about it. I can sit here and enjoy the life that I have instead of trying to rush around and make things happen. All right, so let's pull a soul truth card for you. How does my body want to move today? Yes, when we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. This new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? And I'm going to come back to this because for some of you, 2023 might have been like so busy that you kind of like put exercise on the wayside, right? Or just, it doesn't have to be exercise in order to get more fit, but just moving your body, turning on some music and dancing or going for a walk in nature, whatever it is. It's kind of like you confined yourself to that checklist, that set of rules that you have to follow in order to be successful in life, right? And now it's kind of like that dancing, that moving, that exercise helps you to get into your divine feminine energy. Anything where you're moving your body helps to bring up that divine feminine energy. So please, that is something that you can do, but do it out of passion. Do it because you enjoy it. Don't get on the treadmill if you don't like the treadmill, right? If you'd rather take a walk in nature, go for a walk in nature. It's about, okay, the Capricorn energy would be like, you have to be on the treadmill. You have to do it for 30 minutes at this speed, at this incline, right? And it's kind of like, you have to do that, right? This is the energy of, yeah, that doesn't make me feel any better about myself. You know, I don't enjoy it. It's drudgery. Okay, then why are you doing it? It's still important to move your body, but finding new ways that you enjoy moving your body, creating the rules for yourself about what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Yeah, beautiful energy there. So turn on some music, Leo, and begin celebrating. Celebrate the year that you have ahead of you. Just a much calmer year, a much fuller year of blessings headed your way. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you a very happy and healthy new year, and I hope to see you again very soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.